Hello, everybody. Dan here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. Let's get right into it, guys. So today we have a story for everybody about everybody's favorite couple on Happily Ever After. And of course, I'm being sarcastic. And of course, I'm talking about Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo. Now, we've spoken a lot about Jasmine and Gino, and I always go back to the point that I really think that this couple is kind of pulling the wool over our eyes. I feel like they're kind of faking and acting a lot of their scenes. And the most recent one is Jasmine basically threatening a divorce. Now, I think that she's done this a couple of times. She's threatened to go back to Panama. I forget how many times now, because Jasmine and Gino, of course, have been on the show, not just this season, but the last season and the season before that. I think they've been on the show 3 times in a row, which might be a record for a couple to be on a main 90 Day Fiancé show. I'm not exactly sure about that, but it's unheard of. And so let's talk a little bit about what's going on with these divorce rumors or the divorce, threats, I guess we could say, by Jasmine, made towards Gino. So Jasmine wants to divorce Gino after wedding photos stir up distant emotions. I don't feel love. And this is coming to us from people.com. So Jasmine and Gino's love story has taken a turn for the worse on 90 Day Happily Ever After. So on this week's episode, the TLC couple met with their wedding photographer to see the final shots from their stunning nuptials. What could have been a joyful day quickly turned stormy when Jasmine realized she's no longer as happy as the bride staring back at her. I consider myself a very joyful person, but lately I feel anxious, a lot of stress and loneliness because this situation with my children is really affecting me emotionally and now physically, she told cameras. The result has been an increase in side effects from Jasmine I don't know if I'm saying that right, alopecia. So it's it's the partial or complete absence of hair from areas of the body where it normally grows. Baldness, basically. Alopecia, I guess, is the way that you say that. I don't say that word very often. Her hair wasn't her only concern, though. Jasmine hoped that by seeing the wedding day photos, Gino would change his behavior. Looking at her wedding pictures, he'll remember the vows, the promises that he made to me, because I don't want to feel appreciated here. Jasmine shed tears in front of the photographer and admitted the happy wedding haze hasn't lasted. This day I was so happy, I was so hopeful, I feel so different right now. So already you get a sense of where this is going, more of the same. Just literally every scene with Jasmine and Gino was the same. Jasmine has to have a breakdown, or at least an emotional breakdown, or at least shed some tears. They often don't actually run. The tears, you can often see Jasmine have a breakdown and pretend like she's crying, but you often don't see the tears actually come. Now, she stepped away for a moment alone and left Gino to assess the photos. It's then that Jasmine told cameras that she's truly considering, this time she's serious, not like the last dozen times or maybe 20 times that she's threatened it, but this time, this is the real one. She's actually considering going back to Panama for good, though it would void her K-1 visa. I feel mad at myself for dreaming, for thinking that, that I was going to have like a happy life. That's not going to happen. I'm such a failure. I want to go back to Panama, divorce, everything that I promised for my kids, just to tell them that it's not going to happen. And, the change of heart comes after Gino told Jasmine that he doesn't have the $5,000 to start the visa process for her 2 sons, who are still living in Panama. Jasmine was under the impression that once they wed, their next priority would be bringing her loved ones to America. For Jasmine, it felt like a betrayal that Gino wasn't willing to hire an immigration lawyer to help with the process rather than slowly make solo progress. Now, meanwhile, Jasmine and Gino have been trying to conceive their own child, though Jasmine has been vocal that their family isn't complete without her 2 boys in America. So, guys, this is more of the same old BS. I gotta be honest with you guys, and you guys will let me know what you think about this, but I feel like the BS trail here is miles, perhaps hundreds of miles long with Jasmine and Gino. So, the children, Jasmine's kids in Panama. So we know a couple of things about them. We know that, for one, even when Jasmine was in Panama, she didn't have really custody of her boys. She was often, I believe she lived in Gino's apartment that he rented for her. And I think one of her kids was with her mom. And the other one, the dad has the custody to that kid. Now, why doesn't this get brought up when Jasmine talks about her kids? I don't know. I can only think of one reason, which is that Jasmine is clearly lying and she just doesn't want people to know the truth about the custody situation, especially the dad situation that has custody, because why would the dad give up custody? He would just relinquish custody just so the boys can be in America. And all of a sudden, why would Jasmine even want her kids when she wasn't really, actively involved? At least not that we saw when she was back in Panama. The dad had custody of the kid even back then. So does this make any sense to you guys? Because to me, it doesn't. Now, on the other thing, I was scrolling Reddit and a bunch of people were mentioning this, that when you file those forms, it's written very clearly that you can add, if other family members you want to bring, you can add it. There is a spot where you can do that, and it's not very complicated. And so clearly, I think that they didn't want to bring those kids. They didn't want to, and they're just bringing it up now as basically a storyline talking point. So we can see this right here. This is what this person said. So this is, I guess, the form, and there is a place here where you can add the kids. You can see it right here, children of beneficiary. You can see it right there. So how did this get missed? Does this make any sense? Or was this done on purpose? They did not want to bring those kids to the America. Come on, let's be real. Who thinks that Gino actually totally forgot to do this when he filed the paperwork? I don't buy it. I just don't. I think he could have easily just put the names there. I just don't think he wanted to. And the reason I don't think he wanted to is because I don't think Jasmine wanted to. But I think they're happy to use this as a storyline right now. Because, of course, Gino and Jasmine, they have to have something that they argue about basically every single season, but every single episode. So this could have been very easily avoided, by just putting some information out here. Not very hard. And this is what people are saying on Reddit. They're basically saying that Gino must be blind. And, I kind of agree with that. This is only possible if Gino was blind. Let's see what people are saying in the comment section. In an earlier season, Jasmine and Gino actually said they were going to leave the kids behind and bring them over at a later date. This is the first comment, guys, on Reddit. This story is so fake. Agreed? I don't think Gino missed anything. We all know Jasmine didn't plan on bringing them here. I swear she said somewhere, maybe even on the show, that they were better suited in life living with their father. There should be a fun new spin-off show where the camera is side by side what they say on previous season than what they're saying now. It could be a fun drinking game, except everyone would pass out before the first commercial. I have said this about the tell-alls. F these annoying previous people sticking their opinions on the tell-all. Use tape footage to prove it's bullshit. Oh, wait, TLC doesn't actually want that. My bad. These people, guys, they get it. This is exactly what's going on, and this is exactly what I've been saying for months, actually, here on this channel. TLC and Sean Robinson always fails to expose Jasmine and Gino's lies and to tell-alls, and basically what happens then is that they use this as fuel to spew more lies and bullcrap on the following seasons of 90 Day Fiancé. They have said so many things that have contradicted so many things that we are seeing now today, from the kids being back in Panama, to the dad having custody, to the mom taking care of another kid, to Jasmine just always being, alone at her condo that Gino was renting for her. All of this stuff has all been explored before, but somehow TLC just plays dumb. They play ignorant, like they just don't know that it happens, and they let Gino and Jasmine control the narrative. So you can see the comments, everybody agrees. Yes, she said that they live comfortably in Panama. Her son plays in a football club because he aspires to play for Real Madrid. Larissa said the same thing. It's how they get extra money, harvesting the American dollar. Dad and Jasmine does not have custody of them. Then this person says, that's what I thought. Jasmine doesn't have legal custody of the kids, so she can't take them anywhere without a protracted legal process in Panama. And that must happen before she can even think about bringing them to Michigan. It was brought up in previous seasons. TLC resurrected the storyline thinking everyone forgot or something. I think I'm officially done with 90-day series, fake storylines, and everyone is trying to get on the show for some post-show social media cash out. So, guys, this is kind of like what everybody is saying here. Now, also Jasmine's constant outbreaks, emotional outbreaks, crying, freaking out, screaming, all of that stuff. It's kind of getting her some, it's catching some flack for her. So Jasmine Pineda crying on 90 Day Fiancé has annoyed co-star David Dangerfield, who wants her to stop seeking sympathy. So she's starting to get called out. Jasmine jokes about being a drama queen, but David blames her for her relationship issues. Now, Jasmine's tears and threats of divorce continue due to issues that she believes were created by Gino. So what exactly is going on now? Jasmine recently posted a reel on Instagram showing her crying, and this is what she posted right here. Let's take a look. So she's just crying, and I don't even think this is real, guys. I think this is somehow AI edited. When you find an I love you under his profile photo from an ex-girlfriend in 2012. So she's just, I guess, talking about an ex. These are fake tears, for sure. This is not real. But basically, that's what Jasmine does all the time. So she added the song Only Love Can Hurt Like This by Paloma Faith as her soundtrack. And she captioned it when you find an I love you under his profile from an ex in 2012. Now, Jasmine's followers mocked her for uploading the video, and among them was David Dangerfield, who said, "What the F, but I know he love you lots. Please stop crying too much. And not only TV shows." And then he put an emoji. Now, Jasmine called herself a drama queen in the caption, thus confirmed that the post was a joke and that she was poking fun at herself for being insecure and suspicious. Now, I wonder if Jasmine could poke fun at herself for, basically kind of lying, misleading people, changing the facts around, trying to change the storyline around, try to bury the fact that she was a sugar baby with Gino. Also, in another picture that I saw recently, while they were, complaining, or at least Jasmine was, about the alleged $5,000 that it would cost to hire a lawyer now to try to get and file the paperwork to bring her sons. In one of those pictures, somebody mentioned that she was wearing a Rolex. I don't have that picture here, but supposedly Jasmine has a Rolex. And so people are wondering, you're complaining about $5,000, but you have enough money to wear a Rolex. Now, the Rolex could be fake, or it could be real, because Jasmine is doing OnlyFans and she is selling her body for people that will pay her money for it, which, of course, we've spoken about this before. I mean, Jasmine has had a long rant, trashing, Gino's ex, Lindsay Ryder, about being, a porn star actress and saying that her family should be ashamed of her. But Jasmine now is also selling her body for cash, and she doesn't seem to have any problem with that. So it's very interesting just the way that hypocrisy works with Jasmine in this case. But I guess, just like TLC is hoping that we forgot all of those previous scenes where, Jasmine was talking about her kids and custody and whatnot, I guess Jasmine is hoping that we all forget that she said all those things at one point and that they admitted that she was indeed a sugar baby, which I do bring up on pretty much every video that we do about them. But that's the video for today, guys. So just more fakeness, more lies, at least that's what I think. I mean, when I look at all of the information, all of the facts that we see, it's hard for me to think otherwise. And I think the only silver lining here is that I think more people are starting to see this for what it is, which is basically just a charade. This is just fake reality TV, guys, and Jasmine and Gino are by far the fakest on the show, in my opinion, and perhaps TLC just needs to give us a break from all of this fake drama, because people are starting to catch on and they don't like it. They don't like it because they know that it's fake. So you guys let me know what you think about all this in the comment section down below, guys. Do you guys remember all of those scenes in previous series where they were talking about all of these different things that Gino and Jasmine seem to be kind of you know, hoping that we forgot that they ever mentioned those in the first place. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Also, what do you think? Do you think Gino and Jasmine are perhaps the fakest couple that we have ever seen on the show? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you disagree with my opinion, it's okay. Perhaps you like Gino and Jasmine, and that's okay. I think Gino and Jasmine, if we don't see them all the time, they can be a little entertaining, but I think that we just see them way too often now that it's just too much. There's too many holes in their storyline, and it's just becoming easier and easier to pick up on that. So big problem for them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a big thumbs up. If you did, hit that subscribe button down below for more content right here on the channel, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care.